Hey everybody, most of you are watching my show because you want to lose weight. This is going to really help you. I've got 4 reasons that you eat more than you need. Now, there are times when I'm doing this topic and I feel like I need to do research. Not this one. Most of this is just on the top of my head. It's there. And if it was that way for you, you would do better. So I think you're really going to find this helpful. 4 reasons. Number 1, the first reason that you eat more than you need is that it's just fun. It's fun to do that. It's fun for most people. Not everybody, but for most people, when you're sitting down to eat and they say, "Would you like some dessert?" That sounds like fun. Of course. Would you like seconds on something that's made well, it's spiced right? Of course, it's fun. Even after you've had enough, it's still fun. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have this show. Okay, so here's how to help with that. And I'll give you solutions for each one of these. When you're like, "Well, I'm going to keep eating because it's fun," ask yourself this question. How much fun do you want to wear? Do you want one of these? Do you want one on each side? Do you want one on every limb of your body? Do you want to carry around, this is 5 pounds of fat, and you just keep eating and suddenly you have 50 pounds of fat on your body? Why? Because it was fun. Okay, number 2 reason, and this one will upset some people, but stay with me here. Number 2 reason you eat beyond your need, more than you need, is you're not happy. And you're like, "Well, I'm happy." You can't say I'm not happy. And I didn't say you were evil. I didn't say you were bad, but I did say you aren't happy. And when you think, "Well, I am happy." Yeah, when you're eating more than you need, that's doing it for you. Okay, I'll admit that. It's making life more pleasurable for you until later when you're diabetic or you have all these health issues and you're disappointed and you're frustrated. That's what you need to look at. Because of course you're happy when you're doing whatever feels good, like any addiction, right? We're going to give up a lot of things for this one thing. I don't care whether it's gambling, pornography, spending, eating, but we're talking about eating, and that's your thing. You ain't happy when you're not eating like you want to eat. You need to find contentment. The Apostle Paul said, "I have learned in whatever circumstance to be content, including when I don't have enough." We have to learn to be content when we don't have at least a perceived enough, because really in this situation, you do have enough. But your feeling is, "I need more." Paul said, "I've learned this." What was his secret? His secret was a very fulfilling relationship with Jesus. Now, if you're like, "Well, I'm not a Christian," okay, well, you better get to know Buddha better. Something better satisfy you. And my personal feeling is Jesus will fill that for you. If you're not a believer, you're going to have to figure out how to be content even when you haven't had what you feel like is enough. Number 3 is our culture. We're in a culture that says, let's eat. We're having a meeting, we're going to have food. We're having a celebration, we're going to have food. We're having a funeral, there's going to be food. If food is everywhere, and we're like, why not just have more food? And it's the way we do it. So how do you deal with that? You need to be in a different culture. You need to be in a community that's going to help you not just give in to this culture. Even my daughter one time, she said, "Dad, I enjoy eating healthy, but it's too easy to eat unhealthy. It's too easy because our culture." And that's true. Which brings me to, before we talk about number 4, my 21-day transformation. You want a different culture? Join that for 21 days. And a lot of people will do my 21-day transformation and not want to leave because they're finding that culture, that atmosphere, that community very helpful. There's a link in the description. Check that out. And the last one, number 4, the reason you eat more than you need is because you're undernourished. Okay, you may say, "Well, I have these cravings." Of course you have cravings. Cravings can be very good and necessary. If you're not getting enough vitamin C and suddenly you're craving orange juice or an orange, well, there's good reason for that. And when you're getting all of your calories or many of your calories from Mountain Dew and chips and ice cream, of course your body is still hungry. That doesn't mean that you're never going to want to overeat when you're eating nourishing foods, but it sure is going to help because your body is nourished, it's more satisfied, it's going to make it a lot easier when you decide, "I don't want to overeat anymore." Hope you found this helpful. I'm Trainer Joe. Remember, train your brain and transform your body.